Hi, I'll be doing a brief demonstration here of the online predictive dialer system. This dialer system is both soft phone and hardline enabled to use soft phones. I will post in the description what minimum requirements your computer needs for it to be able to handle the soft phone application. To start with, the system's completely administered online. There's no need for any special software downloads, special equipment. As long as you have a computer and a web browser and a phone, you're able to use the system. This is your home page. This is where the main dashboard of the system resides, and as an administrator, you're able to control your campaigns and your schedules and your phone lists and your DNC lists from this home page. Your agents will not access this home page and its functionality. Your agents will be in the agent side of the software, which we'll explore later. To begin with, you're able to create users on your own. You can create administrators and agents the agents won't have any rights except to be taking calls and doing the telemarketing side. As your administrator can monitor your agents and supervise your agents. All campaigns start with creating a campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and click on campaigns, and we're going to go ahead and create a campaign. To create a campaign, you click new under campaigns and you name the campaign, and we'll call this a test campaign. You tell the system what kind of campaign it is. Our system allows these different types of campaigns, but for this particular demo, we're talking about the predictive dialer campaign. There's a local start and end time. What these times are they're hard start and end times. The system will not allow your agents to make outbound phone calls outside this time bracket. So for instance, if you don't want anyone calling anyone before 10 a.m., you change this to 10 a.m. And if you don't want anyone calling anyone after 5 p.m., you change this to 1700. Also, you're allowed to select what caller ID you want broadcast during your outbound telemarketing campaign. And to do so, you click Add. And once you click Add, you're able to add whatever caller ID you need for your campaign. In this case, I'm just going to put in 949-555-1212. You click on Save, and you say that is what I'm going to use for my outbound campaign. The dupe check policy, the system's able to check for duplicates that you've called either in the last 10 days, the last 24 hours, the last 30 days, or no dupe check at all. And the reason that's there is because in case you get different feeds of data and you don't want to call the same people more than once every, let's say, 10 days or a day or 30 days, you can let the system dedupe that for you automatically. Concurrent dial the same number, we always leave that at 1. That means that at any given time, we're never calling the same guy at the same time because you're using multiple lines on our system. Add to DNC digit. In case you want a hotkey on your phone to automatically add a person who you're on the phone with to the DNC list of your customer DNC list, you could assign a digit on your phone to do so. Again, our agent interface also has a do not call feature, and this feature is also for people who are using the system when their agents don't have computers, and we can discuss that later. If your agents don't have computers, you have all this functionality, or all the functionality is done on the phone itself. So we can assign, let's say, the key for that. These are the default parameters for this campaign, is that we're always going to scrub against the DNC. We're going to scrub out the wireless. And if you don't want to scrub out the DNC or the wireless, you uncheck these boxes and obviously refer to your local laws to see what you can and cannot do based on the data list you have and the relationship you have with your customer. Record TRX, it means record the calls, and if you check it, all your calls will be recorded and you're able to download those recordings or listen to them for training purposes or for reference. This is an outbound campaign, so you leave the inbound button unchecked and it's active and you hit save. And now we've created the test campaign. We immediately, for a predictive dial campaign, we immediately pop to options. And what option does is it sets up the options for the agent interface. And in this tab, what you're allowed to do is set up the call dispositions that the agent might dispose of a call. For instance, he's on a call and it's a callback. You click callback and you add, and that's one of the dispositions the agents will have available to them. Agents will only be able to move on to the next call after they disposition their current call. So we allow for custom dispositions. As you can see for this account, everything underneath this line are custom ones that I have put in for the customer. Whatever disposition you want, you can put it into here. For now, for these, I'm going to put in a few, interested, sale. And to remove any, let's say you don't want agent boarded, you just go to agent boarded and hit remove, and now it's gone. So there you put the dispositions for each contact you have with a live person here, and the system tracks all the data for you. Breather duration is how long you want the system to wait before they send another call to the agent. And we always click pause after login. What happens is when the agent logs into the system's paused. It's not sending them any calls yet. It waits for the agent to tell the system, hey, I'm ready for calls, before it starts making calls for them. The system also allows you to do transfers. In case you have telemarketers who are transferring leads to closers/salespeople, you can put in the transfer phone numbers here. And let's say you have 949-555-1213 is one of the transfer numbers. You transfer type, you can do supervised or warm. Supervised is just a transfer that goes across. You don't talk to the agent, and you hit transferred. And warm transfer is you introduce your client to your agent, and then the transfer goes through. Again, these digits are if you don't have a computer for all your reps. If you have a computer for all your reps, there's a transfer button on the website. If you don't, you can actually assign certain keys to transfer to certain people. Again, you have to keep that list in front of the rep if you have multiple transfer numbers. If you need more than 2, you click more transfers. You can add up to 9 transfer numbers, and in case you have more than one agent, you can transfer a different agent anytime. The agent script. The agent script is where the system is able to populate a script with the pop-up data based on the data that you load into the system. For instance, if you have data that has name, address, phone number, let's say we're talking about debt amount or interest rate, you can build a script around all your data. So therefore, when your agent is on the phone, the script will pop up with the pertinent data for that particular client. And the way this works is you click script generator, and once you click script generator, it'll pop up a screen. From this screen, you're able to generate a script. You upload a sample piece of data. The system parses out the data for you. It tells you that let's see, I will pull up a piece of data here, and you hit upload, and it'll read all the files and the file headers, and it'll it'll allow you to populate a script with the file. So you'll see once this uploads, it'll read that this file actually has all these different data points in it, columns of data. And from here, you can plug in that data to your script. So I can say, hello, may I speak with, and up here, it'll tell you the person's, this happens to be first name, last name here, which is $3 and $4, comma. My name is, and then you can populate it with agent first and last name, which is first name and last name. And again, you can go ahead and plug any of this data into your script, or if you want, you can just click add macro, and it will just add that data to the bottom of your script, address, city, state, zip. And you'll see that it'll add those fields so your rep can reference these fields when they're speaking with the client, and the more information your rep has, obviously, the better they can sell the client. Once you've done this, you click close and append, your script's generated, your fields are mapped, and you hit save, and this campaign's pretty much ready to go. Once you've created a campaign, all you have to do is create the schedule. What the schedule does is the campaign is the nucleus of your dials. It tells the system how you want to dial, your scripts, your data. It's the entire setup. The schedule attaches your daily work schedule to this campaign. And so you go to the schedules tab and you click add schedule. And from here, you're able to add a schedule you need. You tell the system the start time of the schedule, the end time of the schedule, how aggressively you want to dial for the agent. You want to use 2 or 3 channels per agent. You tell them how many phone entries your list might have or you want them to dial. From this level, you can actually tell the system how often you want to redial the number during the day. So let's say the phone number was busy, it was a no answer or a problem or an answer machine, we say, you know what, let's try them 3 times, but let's space it out for 60 minutes per time we try. So therefore, if the system calls them, they get it busy, you'll queue up that call again for the next in 60 minutes and try them again. You can try it 4 or 5 times, or you can do it once. You can do it once and then turn the privacy flag off, which means you can block the caller ID. So there's a lot of options you can do about redialing your numbers. And again, the system will redial numbers later. You can set the system up to redial numbers later on in batches, but this is a live redial option. You click on repeat, which means I'm going to do this same schedule on these days, so you don't have to do this pretty much ever again. Once you click on these repeat schedules, the schedule will be sitting there waiting for you, so you can use it to dial out. Then you can give a little description of the schedule. It's our daily outbound schedule. Click save, and that's it. And this is how you set up campaigns and schedules. The next part of this demo will be data, DNCs, and the user interface.